So the draw for the Europa League and Conference League round of 16 was completed today, people. We're going to react to them, give our early thoughts, and maybe we get some few surprises. But the one thing that we have seen with the Conference League and Europa League the past 2-3 seasons, entertainment value. The games are entertaining. Look at Bodo Glimt Ajax yesterday. Look at Sparta Praha against Galatasaray. These games are insane. You should be watching the Europa League and Conference League if you haven't already. Remember to hit the like button as well. Subscribe to the channel and also download the SofaScore app. Remember to scan the QR code or the link is in the description down below as we go straight into the reaction of the draw. So the first matchup we have for the Conference League, it is Servette against Victoria Pilsen. And I'm going to be honest, I'm shocked that Servette beat Ludogorets, especially away from home. And now they got a matchup against Victoria Pilsen. So if I'm either one of these two teams, I'm like, I got a good chance here. I really got a good chance here. Who would I lean towards? I would probably lean towards Victoria Pilsen, excuse me. They've been a really good side throughout the last couple of years. Maybe this is their time to make it to the quarterfinals. Do I see them making it to the semifinals, either of these teams? No. But hey, this is sort of a match where both teams will fancy their chances big time as we go into the next one. And this is arguably the biggest one of them all, is Ajax against Aston Villa, two former Champions League winners in the Conference League. If I'm Aston Villa, I think you should be kind of happy. Yes, Ajax, right? Big name, one of the biggest teams in Europe, no doubt about it. They got absolutely destroyed yesterday by Bodo Glimt. Somehow they won that game, and now they got a match against Aston Villa. Look, Ajax have a very inexperienced team. They're going through a lot of difficulties this season. Aston Villa recently haven't been playing the best. I don't know if it's just fatigue or what's going on there. But if I'm an Aston Villa fan, I'm actually kind of happy with this draw. Could have been worse. It could have been a lot worse. But Ajax are like, damn, we got Aston Villa. This is going to be a great matchup. Of course, two former Champions League winners. So really excited, man. Really excited. I think both teams should be cautious and happy at the same time. Well, actually, more Aston Villa than Ajax. I don't think Ajax are happy with that draw whatsoever. Then we have Molde and Club Brugge. Club Brugge were actually really good in the group stage. They had the group. Oh, man, who was in their group again? Was it Nordsjælland and Ludogorets, I think, was in their group. Or I could be totally wrong. But Club Brugge have been better this season compared to last year in the Belgian Pro League, because last season was a disaster. And now they go up against Molde, who got a great result away at Legia Warsaw, beat them at home as well. So Molde, man, even though they sold a couple of their good players, one of them went to Ajax. I can't remember the name of it. Manseverk, I think that's the name. Molde still are doing it, and they play really good football, really just good in possession. They kind of remind me of Bodo Glimt in a way, but Club Brugge, I think they should fancy their chances here against Molde. But hey, that's going to be a very exciting draw. Then obviously Royal Union Saint-Gilloise against Fenerbahce. This is probably one of the worst draws for Fenerbahce. It is. Even though Fenerbahce have been doing really well in the Turkish league this year, they're going up against Royal Union Saint-Gilloise, who have, I think, now a 10 or 11-point lead in the Belgian Pro League, have beaten Liverpool this season, just beat Eintracht Frankfurt away. This is going to be a very difficult match to call, because even though Royal Union Saint-Gilloise, they keep selling players, obviously the connection with Brighton, they're just a well-run club. Doesn't matter if they lose talents, more talents are coming through. And Fenerbahce, of course, they got the star names on their side, of course, with Dzeko and Tadic and all of these guys. I think it's going to be a lot tougher than maybe Fenerbahce fans think. Do not sleep on Royal Union. They are a sneaky good team, a very sneaky good team. So this is going to be fascinating to see. Fascinating to see. Dinamo Zagreb against PAOK. Obviously, I saw PAOK in the group stage in the Conference League because they played here in Finland. PAOK are a good team. They not really like as a unit, but they have the individual quality that can make a difference. Dinamo Zagreb have been shockingly bad in the Croatian league. I think now they are in third place, which is a miracle and really a disaster. But in Europe, they just beat Real Betis. So you can't even sleep on Dinamo Zagreb. This is another game where it's 50-50, and we'll see what happens there. Sturm Graz against Lille. If I'm going to be honest, Lille should be doing this, but Sturm Graz, they beat Slovan Bratislava 6-1 on aggregate. Another good team. They got the young Danish striker up front. Can't remember the name, but he's been really scoring the goals for them recently. Lille, of course, not the best season so far, but with the quality they have, they should be thinking to themselves, we should be making a final. Minimum for Lille. We'll see what happens in this game. Then we have Maccabi Haifa and Fiorentina. Obviously, Maccabi Haifa survived against Ghent, and Fiorentina 2024 has not been their year. They wish they could scratch 2024 because Fiorentina are just going, shoop. They're just falling down. But they should still be beating Maccabi Haifa. They should. But we've seen it before in the Conference League. Never assume. Never ever assume. So yeah, exciting matchup. And then Olympiacos against Maccabi Tel Aviv. Olympiacos have kind of gotten their act together a little bit recently. They're going up against the group winners, Maccabi Tel Aviv. So that's another one where it's 50-50 and very difficult to call on who's going to win that matchup. And hey, a lot of good matchups in the Conference League. I think a lot of them are 50-50 as we go to the Europa League. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below, of course, of everything in the Conference League. Who do you think are the winners and who are the losers with that draw? I think the losers are definitely Ajax because they got Aston Villa. Oh boy. Now we're in the Europa League, people. And my team, Liverpool, got Sparta Praha. I mean, shout out to Sparta Praha. That game they had against Galatasaray, which, okay, it was a little bit controversial, but if we go away from the controversial side, Sparta Praha are a damn good team. They're a damn good team. The way they just played in transition and they just carved open Galatasaray was beautiful to watch. Obviously, Angel Preciado and then my guy, Kairinen, with the assist of Angel Preciado. They are a good team, Sparta Praha, but they're going up against one of the favorites, Liverpool. Liverpool, they were going to be very happy with this draw, as they should. So I think it's obviously going to be Liverpool, I would say 95%, and Sparta Praha 5%. But never assume in football, and you always got to respect the opponent. Definitely got to respect what Sparta Praha have done so far. But I think Liverpool are going to be very happy with this draw. Very, very happy. And then the next game. Oh, man. Marseille against Villarreal. You know what I call this game? The two underachievers. Because both sides this season have been horrible at times. They keep changing managers, especially Marseille now with Gasset. I don't know what they're doing. And guess who the manager of Villarreal is? Marcelino. Where was Marcelino at the beginning of the season? Oh, that's right, Marseille. So you just have all the storylines with this game. I mean, both teams have not been playing well. But Villarreal, they got experience in this competition. Marseille, they got to think to themselves, okay, the league campaign is going bad. We got good individual talent. Aubameyang just became the all-time goal scorer in the Europa League. We should be doing this. I have no clue what's going to happen. I'm going to tell you right now, I have no clue what's going to happen in this game, but that's what makes it very exciting. And Roma and Brighton, the derby. De Derby. De Zerbi against De Rossi. Obviously, look, AS Roma have been playing a lot better recently. I watched their game against Feyenoord. They play good football now, Roma. De Rossi clearly wants to play attacking football. They got the attacking talents with Dybala and Lukaku and Pellegrini with an epic goal yesterday. Then they're going up against Brighton. So the good thing for Brighton is they have been now through some tough environments like obviously Velodrome, Ajax, and all these stadiums, AEK, Athens. So Brighton are going to be prepared for the Stadio Olimpico, in my opinion. But De Rossi might have something for De Zerbi. Who knows? That's going to be fascinating to see how kind of both managers set up. I feel like maybe De Zerbi will go a little bit more cautious away from home. And then at home, we'll just take the game to Roma. And we'll see how De Rossi responds. But yeah, look, if Brighton want to be with the big boys, you got to beat the big boys. And that's what they're going to have to do against AS Roma. Benfica and Rangers. I mean, watching the Toulouse and Benfica game yesterday, I just knew, like, Benfica are not that team. How Toulouse did not even score a goal in that game is beyond me. It really is. So if I'm Rangers, I think you should be very happy with this. Your team is playing a lot better since Felipe Clement has become manager. They're on a roll. They got confidence. You got the second leg at home against Benfica. I think this is really set up well for Rangers. Benfica, I just don't know what to expect. Some good performances and then some terrible performances. Some good performances, terrible performances. But Benfica will look at Rangers and say, hey, we can beat you as well. Then both teams will fancy this. Both teams will definitely fancy that matchup. And then we have Freiburg and West Ham. They've played against each other before. Group stage. West Ham, I think, won both games in that group stage time. So, yeah, it's kind of difficult to sort of give an expectation for Freiburg, even though they had an epic comeback against Lens. West Ham will be prepared. I know West Ham are going through a little bit of a bad spell right now, but David Moyes got experience in Europe. I still would say West Ham are favorites in this matchup, even though Freiburg with the epic comeback. No disrespect to Freiburg, though. Sporting and Atalanta, both teams are on fire. They faced each other in the group stage. Atalanta, just look at their schedule from now until March, people. Just go check out the schedule. It is hell. It is hell. Sporting, they got to win that first leg. At home, you got to win that first leg. It is vitally important. So This is interesting. Gasperini against Amorim. Obviously, both teams are familiar with each other going up against in the group stage. I love this matchup. Love it. I think both teams are playing really good football at the moment. Then we have Milan and Slavia Praha. Can't disrespect Slavia Praha and what they did in the group stage. Milan, of course, they're going to look to themselves and say, we got to win this game. We have to win this tie. You know, they don't really have anything to play in Serie A. They're out of the Coppa Italia. So if you're Milan, this is your tournament. You got to win some silverware this season. And I think Milan can win this tournament. They got to just be ready with Slavia Praha. It's not going to be easy, especially the second leg away. Not going to be easy for Milan. And then the last tie, it is Karabag against Bayer Leverkusen. Obviously, the two teams faced each other in the group stage, and Bayer Leverkusen destroyed them. But shout out to Karabag. They obviously are the first ever Azerbaijani team to make it to the round of 16 of the Europa League, or actually, yeah, of the Europa League. So congrats to them. And now they're facing one of the best teams in Europe right now in Bayer Leverkusen. They're familiar with each other, but Bayer Leverkusen should be winning that game. They should be. They are on form, and they should be advancing to the quarterfinals. But everybody, I want to hear your thoughts in the comments down below. What's the best matchup in the Europa League? What's the best matchup in the Conference League? And give me your overall thoughts of both draws in the comments down below. Remember to hit the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. Remember to download the SofaScore app. Description down below. Have a beautiful day. And of course, we're going to do the predictions for the round of 16 in about a week or two when the round of 16 begins. But have a beautiful day. Stay safe in this crazy world. Till next time. Adios.